there are really two big steps to configuring EIGRP authentication. And I know it says 3 steps. Configure the keychain, and then go to the interface and turn it on for that keychain. Okay, let's do this and get some confidence with EIGRP authentication. At this point, right now, I do have EIGRP running, and I want you to see that I've got some neighborship. So we do a show IP EIGRP neighbors. I'm going to do a show keychain, and I don't have any keychains. So I've got nothing that I can reference right now. Let's build in this keychain. So I do keychain, and then R3, R4. And at this point, I want to reference the key ID. So I'll say key 1, and then we're going to do key string. Now, there's a lot of other options: accept lifetime and send lifetime. If you choose to do this, you have to agree to the extra burden that you're placing on everyone involved in your EIGRP config. And there's really only one way to successfully work with this and troubleshoot it if it is possibly going wrong. You have to graph it out. What's the time right now? And am I sending that key and accepting that key? There's a lot of moving pieces once you start to build in the send and accept lifetime. And that can get you into some problems. And I'll show you how to work with that and troubleshoot it so you can glean from your show command output if it's your send and receive lifetime that is affecting you. So right now I do key string, and I can just say Cisco, or something more elaborate. Don't use Cisco in your own environment. So I've got that key string now, and I'm going to do show key chain. It's that command that we did up at the top. They gave us no output before. But now we can see some very readable, very helpful information. We can see that we have key ID 1, and the text is Cisco, just like I typed in. Then I can see my accept and send lifetimes. So what you could do if you were concerned about time sensitivity in your own environment, you could look at this and you could say, is it valid now? And maybe we are not sending that now, or not accepting it now. Absolutely a possibility. And now you understand that there's a great command in order to validate how we're using the keys that are built. But I'm doing this as I would, and as many individuals in Cisco would, not adding the dependency of time into the equation. So right now I'm going to go into my interface. I'm on R4. That looks like I'm going to go into gigabit 2/0, do IP authentication. And so there are two different things we do. We do key chain, EIGRP 100 for my autonomous system, and then the word of my chain. Copy that, paste it. So I've got my credentials prepared. Okay, so we're looking good. Now I'm going to turn on the authentication. This is the way to do it. Use that context-sensitive help. Mode, EIGRP 100, MD5, turn it on, and you're going to notice that my neighborship is down. Do show IP EIGRP neighbors. And we can see we have no neighbors. I'm not expecting R5 and R6, by the way. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to hop on over to R3. And you can see my neighbor dropped here. Do this a little bit faster. Key, chain, R3, R4, key 1, string Cisco. Go to my interface. IP authentication. And then key. I should rebuild my neighborship at this point if I've properly configured everything and my adjacency came back up. So I can see everything I need to see with really two key commands, show keychain and showing my neighbors. Authentication for EIGRP takes a little bit more to get it off the ground, building in this keychain, and you can add a lot of complexity if you want to have rotating keys. That is certainly an option that I don't want to say you can't do, but a lot of people just build in a single key on their keychain and they leave complexity to other elements of their installation.